welcome into another edition of the State Champs High School Sports Show right here on WDIV Local 4. I'm Patty Cesarini, and today I'm coming to you from the Division III Regional Football Championship between Warren de La Salle and Detroit Martin Luther King. These two programs combined have 9 state titles, so this one has championship DNA written all over it. We've got a stacked show this week. Grant Perry's playbook makes its debut, breaking down the Gash Brothers and Bash Brothers showdown between Detroit Catholic Central and Clarkston, which just so happens to be our main event. Bloomfield Hills Volleyball is officially on the map after their historic run to regionals and will reveal the Final Four for our Volleyball Player of the Year. And of course, we have all the highlights from our football and volleyball regionals across the state. But first, let's hit the field. Here's Ryan Slocum with part 1 of the hit list.
We begin in Division I. Cass Tech and Saline faced off in a battle of Mr. Football candidates, CJ Sadler for CT and Tommy Carr for Saline. And this night belonged to CJ Special and his technicians. The North Carolina-bound senior had 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, including taking one all the way back to the crib. Cass Tech beat Saline 42-28 to bring home its second straight regional title.
Coming into this game, man, it's a must-win playoff game. You know, we trying to defend something. So I know I had to bring it. This is my last year, so I'm leaving it all on the field every game.
CT will now play the winner of this game between Rochester Adams and Romeo. Adams looking to make it to the Final Four for the second straight year. They were led by QB Rhino Waters. Matt Chopner capped the game with a 67-yard touchdown as the Highlanders beat Romeo 29-13 to advance to face Cass in the semis. In Division II, we witnessed a shootout between Gibraltar Carlson and the Dexter Dreadnoughts. Dexter trailed 35-21 in the second half, but they outscored Carlson 35-7 the rest of the way. Senior QB Cooper Arndt was dealing to his receivers all night long as Dexter pulls out the win 56-42, claiming its first regional crown since 2022. Hey, we'll keep it in Division II, where Lakeview and Birmingham Groves went at it. The Falcons flew past Lakeview 37-14, earning a semifinal matchup with Dexter next weekend. Over to the west side of the state, in Division V, Grand Rapids West Catholic coming off a thrilling overtime win over Grand Rapids Catholic Central, facing off against Kalamazoo United for the regional title. It was all West Catholic, 27-0. It's their 11th straight win. Back on the east side, the Elmont Raiders took on Detroit Edison. These teams met in the regular season finale, and once again, it was all Raiders. Elmont cruised to a 44-8 victory, setting up a semifinal matchup with the defending state champs, Jackson Lumen Christi, next weekend. We'll have more football action coming up later in the show.
Hello, I'm Grant Perry, and Detroit Catholic Central versus Clarkston is our main event here on State Champs. I'm going to break down both set of brothers from each team and tell you what they bring to the field for their respective teams. For Catholic Central, we have Samson and Gideon Gash. We call them the Gash brothers. And what do they bring to the table? They bring speed, they bring size, and they bring game-changing ability. When I look at Samson Gash, I see a kid that has over 900 total yards of offense, over 14 touchdowns throughout the season. But not only does he contribute on offense, he is an elite special teams player. I mean, this kid can take a touchdown or a kickoff return to the house in a blink of an eye. And then you look at his brother, Gideon Gash. The scary part about Gideon is he's got another year of eligibility for Catholic Central. He's only a junior, and he's already getting recruited by a lot of big players, Big Ten, SEC. He's 6'4", but he also plays cornerback. So being a 6'4" cornerback, that is a quick way to find yourself on a Division I roster when it's all said and done. And looking at the other side for Clarkston, don't look too far because these two brothers, identical twins might I add, Griffin and Lucas Bowman, okay? We call them the Bash brothers. Bash was a nickname given to them. And you only get a nickname at the high school level if you've earned it. These guys have started as freshmen, and they've started and played each year they've played together. And let me tell you, having the opportunity to not only see them play, but see them excel is one thing. I mean, they run the football as hard as you can imagine. We have an epic game coming up, speed versus power, Gash versus Bash brothers. I'm Grant Perry. We'll see how the brothers end up playing this weekend in this epic D1 matchup. Stay tuned for more.
Hey Michigan, what's up? Coming to you, we're educating you here from the State Champs studio. I'm Lauren Plant. The temperature's dropping, but the intensity, it's rising. It's playoff football where every hit, every play, and every drive can rewrite the story of a season. This week, our State Champs Mr. Football and Amble Award races feature some of the biggest head-to-head battles of the year, and we're breaking them all down. Sean, who's lighting it up in our Mr. Football spotlight this week?
What's amazing is 6 of our top 10 are playing this week. I want you to think about that. 6 of our top 10 are playing this week. So an opportunity to separate yourself for 3 guys this week. We'll be keeping an eye on it here on State Champs.
And Coach Tim Beckler, the big fellas up front have serious battles brewing too this week. Who's squaring off in the Amble Award trenches?
We have 5 players playing against each other this weekend, and it's going to come down to physicality in these games, and these guys are going to be the tone setters.
The road to Ford Field runs straight through these matchups, and every play could shift the race. Stick around and grab some Hungry Howie's pizza because nothing goes better with football than flavored crust. State Champs. We'll be right back.
Big pizza's a big deal at Hungry Howie's. Right now, order online carryout and take 51% off any large original or thin crust pizza. That's right, more than half off the round ones. A whole 1% more than half. Hey, it still counts. And you get the whole original or thin crust pizza, the whole round pizza. But you love a classic round pie, so go ahead and take 51% off any of them. And don't forget to add flavored crust on us, cause we do both.
Hungry Howie's.
Follow the pathway of curiosity to the ground floor of possibilities. Change the world we live in by designing the world of tomorrow. You'll find your calling is closer than imagined. The College of Architecture and Design at Lawrence Technological University has all the technology and tools to make magic. Be curious. Make magic.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
Welcome back into State Champs. And you know that every tournament has its own Cinderella story, but this is not one of them. Under first-year head coach Brian Kim, Bloomfield Hills Volleyball took down the perennial powerhouse Marion in the district final, and they're making it clear they are not sneaking up on anybody. They've earned their spot. They're still pushing for more. We call this one the climb. Bloomfield Hills Volleyball began this season with one goal: win a district championship. And for a program staring at Marion's 9-year streak, achieving that goal would mean making history. This team didn't just chase it, they claimed it.
We were definitely a little bit nervous, but once we started playing and once we started getting into that, like our groove that we normally do, from there we were just like, you know, as long as we have each other and as long as we play how we know how to play and focus on our side, then we'll be fine.
I started crying happy tears because I was like, this is a moment I've been waiting for since I stepped onto this and since I put on the Bloomfield jersey. It was, I just was so happy, just like it rushed all over me and I was like, we did it.
The win wasn't just a chapter, but it was a turning point. 40 wins and an undefeated run through the OAA Red and their strongest season in years. Under first-year head coach Brian Kim, the foundation was already set. It simply needed elevating.
Culture that was in the gym from the first day that I stepped in with all the players, the culture, the effort, the energy, everything was already there. And the season is just a culmination of everybody was a returning player.
He's definitely added more drills into the practice and made it more drill-like, but that really helps us to just break everything down, go back to the basics, really build the foundation and then start going from there.
With that historic trophy in hand and the momentum behind them, the Blackhawks are focused on the climb ahead. Every rep, every practice, focusing on getting 1% better each day.
We like to just remind our players that are we at the level right now where we can compete to win a state championship, or every single practice is there something that we can learn, something small that we can get better at, so that in a bigger moment, we can go make a play tomorrow that we couldn't make yesterday.
And as they push towards Battle Creek, they carry the confidence of a program that just rewrote its own story and is still nowhere near finished. I'm Patty Cesarini for State Champs.
Time now to check this out, powered by Lawrence Technological University. It's the sound of Lawrence Tech pride, the Blue Devils Marching Band. Under the direction of Alexander Flory, this growing program is building new traditions, a renewed energy, and a musical legacy that's stronger than ever.
Our goal is to become the whole spirit of the campus, and I see this as an opportunity for our school spirit and campus life.
That energy extends beyond the stadium. From pep rallies to partnerships with the cheer and dance teams, the band is helping make LTU game days something special.
We have gotten a greater turnout for the tailgate. They dance, they teach the folks over there at the tailgate how to dance, and then the students over here are now collaborating more with the cheerleaders and the dance team. We go back and forth and figure out how we want to, engage the student section.
For high school students, LTU's marching band offers more than music. It's a scholarship opportunity and a chance to keep performing while pursuing your degree.
So the scholarship that we offer, it ranges from $4,000 to $8,000. It's super cool that you could go to a tech school for a tech degree but participate in a marching band and get paid to do it.
The LTU marching band is showing that at Lawrence Tech, your legacy truly awaits.
I'm open to everybody. We have a slogan in the marching band this year that I started, and it's a great day to be a Blue Devil.
If you're ready to take the next step, recruit yourself today. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and we'll connect you directly with Alex and the LTU band program. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic.
Don't go anywhere, because when we come back from the break, Ren McCauley and I are going to announce our top 4 finalists for our Volleyball Player of the Year award.
Yeah, you are not going to want to miss this, guys.
So make sure you stick around here on State Champs.
If playing college sports is your dream, don't wait for a college coach to find you. Recruit yourself. At Lawrence Tech, we're looking for student athletes. LTU competes in the NAIA with 24 varsity sports and athletic scholarships. Explore new degree programs like sport management, where sports meets cutting-edge education. Visit LTURecruitYourself.com and just fill out the questionnaire. It's that easy. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Alta Equipment, we know when it comes to getting your job completed on budget and on schedule, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has partnered with the biggest names in construction, including Volvo, Leeboy, Senebogen, Avant, ASV, and more to provide the state of Michigan with industry-leading service and support. Alta Equipment services all makes and models, and their technicians are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you have a big project? Alta Rents has you covered with the most diverse rental fleet in Michigan. Give them a call at 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Welcome back to State Champs. We are the Warren Regina cheerleaders.
We're here representing De La Salle. Let's get back to the football highlights.
Warren De La Salle looking to win its 5th regional title in 6 years, taking on Detroit King. The Pilots finished the regular season just 3-6, but since the playoffs began, they've been on fire. De La Salle pulls the upset over King 38-20 to make it 5 out of 6. Next stop, the Division III semifinals. Meanwhile, the DeWitt Panthers are on a roll of their own. At Panther Stadium, the scoreboard was on fire as DeWitt lights it up to win its 2nd straight regional crown, 70-26 over Fenton. Over to Lowell, the Red Arrows hosting the defending Division III champs, Zeeland West. 4th quarter action. Zeeland West with the rock. Jonah Leslie crashes up the middle for the 10-yard touchdown. The 2-point try fails, giving the Ducks a 5-point lead. Lowell now driving. Handoff to Merrick Pullen, who goes outside and in from 25 yards out. Lowell hangs on to win 36-34, claiming their first regional championship since 2016. In Division 5, Monroe Jefferson looking to win their first regional crown since 1999. Junior quarterback Luke Boudry leads the charge as Jefferson takes down Michigan Center in another high-scoring affair, 71-45. They are partying like it's 1999. Jefferson will now face the defending D5 state champs, Notre Dame Prep, which held off Frankenmuth 42-28 in a rematch of last year's state final. Finally, in Division 8, Allen Park Cabrini making its first regional final appearance, taking on Madison Heights Madison. And it's Cabrini pulling out a thriller, 34-32. They now advance to face Hudson in the semifinals.
I'm Chris Gorski, and it's time to run it back. The hockey season is finally upon us. We start Wednesday night where perennial power Brother Rice took on Birmingham Unified. BU broke the ice with the first goal of the night, but the big dogs at Brother Rice showed exactly what they're about, erupting for 4 unanswered in the third to win it 5-1. Next, a back-and-forth battle between Stony Creek and Chippewa Valley United. This one went all the way down to the wire, and in overtime, Liam Hanley comes up clutch for the Cougars to seal a 6-5 thriller. Then a rematch from last year's Division I state final, Detroit Catholic Central squaring off with Howell. The 6-time defending champs came out firing, jumping to a 3-1 lead after one. Howell tried to climb back in, but the Shamrocks showed why they're still the standard. DCC hangs on for a 4-3 victory. Now we send it over to Robbie Elliott for a look at the volleyball regional finals.
We start on the west side where Rockford, our #1 team in the state, took on Forest Hills Northern. The Rams were rolling after sweeping Hudsonville in the semis, and they keep the momentum, finishing off Forest Hills Northern in straight sets to claim the regional title. Rockford moves on to face Traverse City Central in the quarters. Staying out west for the Division II regional final, Grand Rapids Christian against Grand Rapids Catholic Central. GR Christian takes care of business in 4 sets, and they'll now match up with Tecumseh in Tuesday's quarterfinal. Back to Division I, South Lyon gutted out back-to-back 5-set thrillers to reach the regional final, but waiting for them were the Marlins of Farmington Hills Mercy, chasing their 2nd state title in 3 years. Mercy takes control early and completes the clean sweep. They advance to face Trenton in the quarterfinals. For more information and highlights, make sure to check out our social pages at State Champs Mish.
It is now time for the big reveal. We are going to give you our top 4 finalists for the Volleyball Player of the Year Award presented by Michigan Elite Volleyball. Alongside Ren McCauley, I'm Patty Cesarini, and a big congratulations to Mallory Wendell from Rockford. She was our online vote winner, and Ren, she is really leading this Rockford team to success this year.
Mind you, she is a junior, right? She's not a senior, and this is a reminder that this award's not for seniors only. It's just for the best player in the state. So she has been leading them with her hits, her powerful swing, her energy. You can feel her energy when she's on the court, and it's really helping this this Rockford team for Make a Play for State.
And another junior that we have as a finalist is Kate Kelzinski from Mercy. She's going to Ohio State in a couple of years. She's a really smart attacker.
Another powerhouse team with a big powerhouse hitter, right? She's so smart, she's dynamic. She can place that ball any spot on the court, and that is the way she finds kills and brings her team to success.
And then our two seniors. For the other two finalists, Kayla Wabuaze from Bloomfield Hills. She is just putting craters in the ground.
She has been stepping it up in playoffs this year, right? Big swings, lots of energy, taking this Bloomfield Hills team really to the next level and making a good run for states this year.
And last but certainly not least, we have Aubrey Deshetsky, another outside from North Branch, and she is really the heart of that team.
I've been told by multiple coaches that she is an awesome leader. She brings the best kind of energy, and she really takes that team to the next level, not only with her hitting and smart attacking, but her personality, and that's what really shines through.
Congratulations to our top 4 finalists. We will announce the winner after the volleyball state championships, so make sure to stay tuned, and that's all we've got for you here this time on State Champs.
Big pizza's a big deal at Hungry Howie's. Right now, order online carryout and take 51% off any large original or thin crust pizza. That's right, more than half off the round ones. A whole 1% more than half. Hey, it still counts. And you get the whole original or thin crust pizza, the whole round pizza. But you love a classic round pie, so go ahead and take 51% off any of them. And don't forget to add flavored crust on us, cause we do both. Hungry Howie's.
In a world where the magic of movies transports us to new realms, there exists a place where curiosity takes flight. Lawrence Technological University, where curiosity isn't just encouraged, it's celebrated. Here, minds ignite and dreams take shape, where innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. Explore the magic of discovery. Experience the wonder of Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
Welcome back into State Champs, and it's now time for our main event. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, it's the battle of the Gash brothers and the Bash brothers. Clarkston's twin threats, Lucas and Griffin Bowman, taking on Detroit Catholic Central's Samson and Gideon Gash. These are two powerhouse teams colliding. Quarterback Duke Banta has the Shamrocks offense rolling, but Clarkston had more playoff points, and because of that, they got the most important thing in the end, that home field advantage. This is the definition of trench warfare. Here's Lauren Plant.
Two of Michigan's blue blood programs colliding for a regional crown, the Clarkston Wolves. Despite a loss, more playoff points get them to host this regional clash with Detroit Catholic Central, CC undefeated and chasing another deep postseason run. Midway through the first, Clarkston leaning on its trademark power. Lucas Bowman lowers his shoulder from a yard out. Wolves strike first, 7-0 lead. Second quarter, CC driving. Duke Banta sees a window and fires a frozen rope to Michael Dursa in stride for the touchdown. A beautiful answer from the junior quarterback, and we were tied at 7 with 9 minutes left in the half. Next drive, play action. Banta floats one up perfectly, and Samson Gash, no one's gonna get him a 61-yard strike to swing the game. The Mr. Football candidate doing Mr. Football things. CC moves in front 14-7. And on the next possession, Banta steps up, rifles one deep over the middle to Gash again. Sampson snatches it clean for a 44-yard chunk. Then Banta hands it to Cameron Swearingen, who drags defenders over the line. Catholic Central rolling now 21-7 with just over 2 minutes before halftime. Final seconds of the half, Banta takes the snap, plants and pops. Quick set throw to Gideon Gash in the back of the end zone. The younger Gash has got it. CC heads to the locker room up 28-7. Third quarter, Clarkston trying to mount something, but the newest name in the Amble Award race is Jack Janda, who crushes the drive with that sack. Later in the third, CC's ground game goes to work. Cedric Williams takes the handoff, runs to an arm tackle, he's gone. 28 yards to the house of Blue and White Avalanche. Catholic Central were simply unstoppable tonight, rolling to a 42-13 victory. Detroit Catholic Central with a statement regional title, and now the Shamrocks march on to face the winner of East Kentwood and Hudsonville in the D1 semifinal.
Hey, Sean Belegian and Grant Perry here from the State Champs studio. Congratulations to all the teams that are moving on to the semifinals in the MHSAA football playoffs. Grant, you've been there before. You were there a few times. What an exciting thing that is.
It is, and a lot of these kids may be stepping in it for the first time, but if you aren't, little advice: play hard, play fast, and play physical, and most importantly, play for that name on the front of your jersey.
We had a blast all year long, whether it be with Game Time Live or Score. On behalf of everybody, including our great staff, I can't thank the guys behind the scenes enough. This is a labor of love. We love doing it, and we love that you're here for us. So on behalf of everybody at State Champs, I'm Sean Belegian saying, see you next year.
What a week, and it only gets bigger and better from here. Because of the football state semifinals next Saturday, State Champs will air on Sunday at 11:30, so make sure to tune in. You are not going to want to miss it. Lauren Withrow will be filling in for me as host while I head up way north to the Upper Peninsula, where our State Champs Game Time Live crew will be broadcasting the MHSAA 8-player state championships live from the Superior Dome at Northern Michigan University. The Division I game kicks off at 11 a.m., followed by Division II at 2 p.m. You can catch every snap on the NFHS network. We will also have tons of 11-player semifinal highlights, plus coverage from the girls' volleyball and swimming state championships. Next week's show is going to be packed. Like I said, you are not going to want to miss it. And make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages so you can stay up to date on everything high school sports across the state of Michigan. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Patty Cesarini, and this is State Champs.
State Champs High School Sports Show on Local 4 WDIV is presented by Lawrence Technological University. With over 24 NAIA varsity sports, we want you to recruit yourself at lturecruityourself.com. State Champs is also brought to you by Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, proud partner of the MHSAA. Alta Equipment Company, Michigan's #1 construction equipment provider. Get the right equipment for your project every time with Alta Equipment. And Michigan Elite Volleyball Academy, consistently developing players at the highest level of amateur competition.